Okay, so we're going to be working on this cross right here. I'm just going to set this one right here. And this one has kind of a special meaning to it. Um, and so it is worked in one piece. And maybe sometime in the future, if you want to know what the meaning is, I'll tell you guys if anyone is listening. Right now, I don't think anyone is listening, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my, yeah, there it is. Okay. Okay, so it's worked in one piece. And so I'm going to attach a slip knot to the crochet hook and then work, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I could do the magic ring, but I actually want to make it a little bit more secure than the magic ring. So I am doing a chain of 4 and then securing just like this. So what I'm going to be making right now is, it's going to be the first part of the granny block. The granny block, you know, so I've decided I really do like the wording block for crochets. I like block instead of motif. And so I'm going to work a chain 1, and then I'm going to work 3 double crochet. So I'm going to do 1. Whoops. No, I don't like how that looks right there. I messed up a little bit. Okay. So I'm doing 1, 2, and 3. So now I'm going to be working a chain 2, and then I'm going to be working 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm working a chain 2. It's 1, 2, and then I am working, hello Violet. Hello Violet. Violet or Maza. Let me see here. Lorena. Okay, so now I'm working another set of 3 double crochet. That's 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm working a chain 2, and then 1, 2, and 3, just like that. Okay, so what I want to do right now is I'm just going to work a double crochet here to, that puts me there at the center, so I don't want to close up my stitch completely. And so what I'm going to be doing next is, how did I, oh goodness sakes, how, okay, so I'm going to be working a chain 1, and then I'm going to work 1, 2, 3, and then a chain 2, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now I need to unravel some of my yarn here. Now this one is worked in one piece, and so sometimes I kind of forget how I do this, working it in one piece, which is kind of silly, but I do. Okay, so now I need to do, how did I do this? Okay, so I think I did 1, 2, 3. If it doesn't work, I'm just going to rip it out and do it again. This 1, 2, and 3, and then chain 2, and 1, 2, and 3, chain 2, and so I'm working an increase, 2, 3, chain 2, and 1, 2, and 3, just like that. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to see how this works here. And so now I'm working a chain 2, and then so I'm working a block right now. 1, 2, 3, and then chain 2, and then 1, 2, and 3, and then I'm going to work, well, I don't need to end in the center, do I? Not on this one, I don't. So I'm going to work my chain 2. That's what I'm going to do. And so I'm going to do my chain 2, work a slip stitch in here like this. Okay, so yeah, this one is a little bit bigger. Let's see, what am I doing here? Yeah, this one is a little bit bigger right here. So I've got this one, I've got 1, 2, 3. So I'm wondering if I might have used a smaller crochet hook on this one. I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure. But I'm going to go on ahead and do what I think that I did to make the rest of my cross here. And so this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which that makes it kind of long right here across the stem of the cross. And so this is the direction, this is how we're working it, right, like that. Okay. Anyone have any questions or anything? Okay, so what I'm going to do here right now is I'm going to slip stitch over to the center, and I'm going to work my oh, how was it that the one lady, oh, I remember what she did. She did the first one she did it like this for the first double crochet, and then she worked the rest of them, and she did it with the foundation stitch. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that does work out really nice. She used the foundation stitch, so that's a little tip there for anybody if you're watching, to use the foundation stitch as your first double crochet, and then you don't end up with the weird little bump that everybody ends up with. And I saw that the other day. I probably don't have to, I really don't have to go into that one right there. Let's just go into the next one. We'll slip stitch across 2 here. Well, I don't want you to be too loose, or we're going to end up with a wonky looking something on the side. Okay, so I am working slip stitches in here, working on our cross just like this. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to work the foundation stitch here, just like this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and then chain 2, and 1. I could do a chain 1. Hopefully that's not too loose. I don't think it is. It just gives it a little bit more space in there. Okay, so now I'm turning in this Let's turn it around in this direction, like this. One and two, and then slip stitch into the center chain there, and then I'm working just two for the foundation stitch right here like that for my first double crochet. That's stitch one, and then two, three, and then chain two, and then one, two, and three. Okay, so this is what we have right now. I'm not too sure here. Okay, so let me look at this again like this. Yeah, that's going to come up really close. Okay, so I am doing the same thing. I just wanted to double check on myself here. And I am doing it pretty similar there. So upon completion, it is going to be a similar size here. Okay, so I'm working on the double crochet here. Now I'm going to be working a chain one, and then the foundation single crochet for the first double crochet. That's what I'm doing here. And then one, two, and then chain two, and then one, two, and three, just like that. Okay, now I'm going to set this down and unwind a little bit more of my yarn here, just like that. Okay, so I'm gonna measure it up here and see what I've got. Okay, let me set the center up there just like that. I've got the center there, just like that. Anyone have any questions? Okay, so I'm gonna turn in this direction here, just like this. And so this is going to be our last shell because I'm making it the same length as the cross down here. Okay, so I'm working in here, chain one, and I'm working the foundation double crochet for my first stitch, one, and I'm just doing two of them. That two is enough to match up. Because it's a double crochet, that's all we need is two. One, two. See how nice that looks up? One, two, and then I'm working a double crochet, a double crochet, and a double crochet, just like that. Okay, so now what I need to do is start filling in the stitches. I'm wondering, did I mess up royally? I don't know. I'm thinking I might have messed up. It's going to be a little bit different from this one. That's what I'm seeing right now. It is going to be slightly different, but it's probably not going to matter too much. Let me see what happens when I get up there. Hope I didn't mess it up too much. I can't mess up the Jesus cross that much. Okay, so let's work a chain three. One, two, three. And then up here in the corner, we're going to work a slip stitch right along here. We're going to work a slip stitch here in Jesus cross. And so in Jesus' name, we're making a cross here for Jesus. I think I want to make it a little more loopy for Jesus. And we're going to do a chain four. One, two, three, four here. And then we're going to slip stitch in here like that. And yeah. Okay, yeah, I like that a little bit better. I actually could go between. Maybe I should try that. Let's make it a little bit different. Let me see how this looks. If I do Let me work a little bit different for this cross and see how it looks. 1, 2, 3, and then we'll work a slip stitch, and then 1, 2, 3. Let's see how that looks. Let me see how that looks. Oh, I like that too. Oh my goodness. I do. I really like that. Okay. Let's continue with that. 1, 2, 3, and then slip stitch. If I can get it through the hook. Now this yarn is a little bit more bulkier. 1, 2, 3. It's probably a little bit too bulky for my hook, I'm wondering. I don't know yet. And then slip stitch here in the side like that. Am I gonna like that or not? I don't know yet. I don't know if I like that or not. Okay, let's just keep going. 1, 2, 3, and then slip stitch through the side here like that, and then 1, 2, 3. See, I'm not seeing as much of the frilly lace with the chain 3s, but I am seeing a frilliness on the side of the cross. Here. It is kind of turning it this direction over here like this. And so what I'm going to do is 1, 2, 3. Let's see how a half double crochet looks in between here, if that looks too. And then 1. That might give us a little bit more frilly look. 1, 2, 3. Because that's kind of what I was looking for, is more of a frilly look. Oh yeah, that, okay, I like that. I think I like that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and then a half double crochet. A change man. Well, hello, a change man. Hello. What are you up to tonight? And we are working a half double crochet, and then a 1, 2, 3, and we are working a slip stitch. Oh, it's jumping right off the hook there, and then 1, 2, 3, and then a half double crochet right here like that, and then 1, 2, 3, and a slip stitch. Let's see here, a slip stitch right in here just like that. So it's probably going to be a little bit crooked, right? Yeah, we're still getting the crooked, but see if this one's not crooked. But when I do this other side, it's probably should even it out. That's what I'm thinking. When I do the other side, it should even it out because they're both going to be full. So it should push it back in this direction and then then I can always iron it too. And so that'll make it flatter. Iron it and starch it a little bit, and that's what will kind of even it out, I'm pretty sure. Let me just keep going because I'm pretty sure that that's going to work out. Even though it's crooked right now. So this is just how artwork works. Okay, so I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. I have a great big callus right here from holding my phone too. You see that? A great big callus. But it's just like with crochet too. In the past, I've gotten calluses on my fingers when I crochet a lot. And when I crochet fast, it digs a callus on my hand. Okay, so I'm over here. And what I need to do, let's see here. What do I need to do? 1, 2, 3. Okay. it's not what I need to do. What am I gonna do? Okay, let's work a half double crochet like this, and I'm working right over this part right here because I want to kind of cinch it in a little bit like that. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and then I am working one more set of 1, 2, 3, one more set of increases like that. Oh yeah, okay, 1, 2, 3. So this is working the cross in one piece. I used to do this cross, putting the arms on it separately and then sewing in all the tails. And so my mom showed me this technique maybe about, oh, I'd say about 8 years before she passed away. And how to work it. And I asked her, I said, Mom, she says, well, don't you know how to do it without adding, or I asked my mom, she just said, she says, well, I just do mine. Well, I don't know that she necessarily showed me. She told me how she did it. She says, I just work mine out of a square and work it in one round. And she gave me a cross. She said, she hands it to me. She says, you figure it out. That's just how Mom was. That's how she did things. She says, you figure it out. And that's kind of how she taught me to crochet. It's just like the guy who throws his kid in the swimming pool and says, you learn how to swim. That's how my mom taught me crochet. Was she handed me a book, she handed me a hook, she handed me a book and a hook and said, you read the instructions, you figure it out. Now, when I said that on the internet, she didn't like it very well. I think that could have been what happened, you know, so. I mean, so the thing is, I love my mom dearly. It's just that sometimes the way she did things kind of frustrated me a little bit. Okay, yeah, this one is going to be a little bit different. So let's see how this turns out. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and that's okay that I have them a little bit different. So I'm working the increases here like this. 1, 2, 3. I actually could add, oh, I'm liking this one too because it's sort of the same, but yet it's a sort of different, but it kind of tucks it in. Yeah, it does. It tucks it in a little bit. Okay, so 1, 2, is that what I'm doing? Yeah, 1, 2 is what I'm doing. 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet. Oh goodness, I lost my connection. Okay, I lost my connection and now I'm back again. Okay. Yeah, this one's turning out. I really like this one. I almost like this one a little bit better than this one right here. I like both of them. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. And then we're working 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, and then 1, 2, and 3, just like that. Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, I like that one. I see how they're kind of similar, yet a little bit different. And okay, so let's continue on here. I don't have a whole lot more to do. Okay, and so, okay, so what I'm doing is 1, 2, 3, and then I am going to work a half double crochet, just like this, working a half double crochet, 1, 1, 2, 3, and then I am working a slip stitch right through here, 1, 2, 3, crochet. Oh wow, we got more viewers. Thank you guys. we got a few more viewers. Now we're working a half double crochet on the side, and then 1, 2, 3, and then a slip stitch right here, a slip stitch right there like that, and then 1, 2, 3, and then a half double crochet right here like this, and then 1, 2, 3, and then a slip stitch right here. There must be some things going on I don't know about because I haven't been paying any attention to anything, and I've kind of noticed that when things get slow on YouTube for me, that there's something else going on that I'm not paying any attention to. Chain 3, and then I'm working a half double crochet right here like this, and then a chain 3, and then a slip stitch right up here in the corner of the previous shell stitch right here like this, and then 1, 2, 3. Did I do? Yeah, I did. Half double crochet right here like this. Oops, we jumped right off the hook. Oh, hang on here. And then 1, 2, 3, and then a slip stitch right here. And then we're going to see what this looks like when I'm done. Okay. Okay, so that did turn out exactly how I thought. What I had to do then is apply pressure. Actually, it's applying pressure on both sides, which straightens it back out. So if you remember what I said, it was crooked on the first side that I did. And now when I've got both sides done, then it evens it back out again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I messed. No, I didn't. I thought I messed up, but no, I didn't. So I like this one too. There I've got 2 of them that I've done now. And so with this one, I could put some little, I'm almost tempted to go back up here and put some little pretty picot stitches, which is just the little chain 3s, a series of 3 chain 3s up here in the corner. That's what I'm almost tempted to do. I really like this one though. Do you see how that looked? I really like this one a lot. I liked this one too, but I mean, now I can do any series of combination that I want to. And I think I'm gonna, let's cut the tail off. And what I'm gonna do then is sew this tail in. And see, this one's a little bit thicker too in the center stem there. So I was thinking, I mean, but you know, if you're going to use it as a bookmark or something, you know, some people will put an extra long stem on here for using them as a bookmarker, because a lot of people do still read traditional books. And they especially like using the cross for their Bibles and things like that, you know, or whatever reading material that people are, you know, what people are going to use. Now, the thing is with a tablet, you really have no need. I mean, we do have what is called bookmarkers on our computer screens. I mean, on our browsers, we've had those for a long time. The bookmark. I mean, have you guys, how many people put that much thought into the comparison of a bookmarker? So on the internet, we've got a bookmark. We bookmark our websites, our favorite websites. And so inside of the book, we have, you know what? That would be really, really nice to be able to have that inside of I know on YouTube sometimes we bookmark. I mean, YouTube should really consider letting us bookmark a little bit better than what it does sometimes. Now, when we stop on a video that we've watched, we do have a sort of bookmark sometimes. If you guys have noticed where we go back in and we watch the video, we pick up from where we left off, and that is sort of a bookmark. I don't know if you've thought about that or not, YouTube, but I have. I've thought of that as a bookmarker within the video. I don't know if you've put that much thought into it, but I did. And I don't even know what it's called. You know, I just know that it picks back up from where we left off. Sort of a bookmarker. So, you know, I guess kind of like in my video where I was able to pick back up with my live stream from where I left off. And even though I'm not really bookmarking anything, well, yeah, I am bookmarking something because of the fact that it is sort of a bookmark because of the fact that I got thrown off the internet for some reason. And I had to log back in. And so, yeah, we still keep running the same thing over and over again. And yeah, I think there might be something else going on that in media that I don't know about, in some alternative media that I don't know about and I'm not paying any attention to. And so either that or someone was just trying to see if I'm live streaming, and because, you know, that's happening to a lot of other YouTube channels, is that they're just putting up videos that are what do I want to call it? They're just running videos that are there where there's no one on the channel, and so, and plus they're going to bed and stuff like that. And so it's like, then if you get kicked off of the internet, it's like, well, if I was actually a robot or something, or someone who wasn't here, I wouldn't have came back. Now, would I have? But I did. I came back. So, I mean, that should tell you that I'm a real person. Even though people tend to say, oh, you're not a real person, you're fake, you're a robot. But there, now I completed this cross. I've got two different crosses there. This one's got rounded edges, and this one has more squared, well, yeah, sort of square. Yeah, it does have sort of squared edges. And, you know, both of them are suitable for whatever a person wants to use them for, you know, be that a little comfort. And I always said myself, even though I've had my very tough relationship with religion, I've said, you know, let people do what they want to do. If, you know, it's like, it's a personal relationship with what people want to believe. It's never been my intention to want to force people to believe something different, even though there's some really good arguments. And I agree with they're going to be called extreme scientists for extreme. They're always going to get a label. Anyone who challenges religion is going to get a label right now. And so we just as well call them extreme. Anybody who has an opinion of being a non-believer is going to be designated extreme, unfortunately. So if you don't believe in religion, and you know, that's the thing that ties in with politics heavily, very heavily, is, you know, I take it back to Mitt Romney, and he says, you know what? He was crying about that he would never become president because he's not a Christian and he's a Mormon. And so that's what he was talking about himself, was that he is, you know, and this was years ago, and he called it the 47%. So they carried on about the 47% for a long time, which I wasn't thinking about this as much as I am now back then when Mitt Romney was talking about the 47%. But think about it right now. The 47% tied in with the 47th president. So they're always kind of gearing up for the next president related to the trends with legacy media and stuff like that. And they're even doing it now. I see it in some places here and there related to the percentages. the numbers game. And the internet is really easy to kind of bolster that up, you know, if they start projecting and saying, oh, well, this is who we think that we want for our 47th president, or not 40, for our 48th president, and then our 49th president. And so they can always be gearing up and tent polling for who they think they want next, you know, by flagging and earmarking it for the next candidate that they want to come up, or bookmarking it, you know, in a sense. And saying, well, this is who we think that we want for this one, instead of keeping it a great big secret and a surprise, which the American public is supposed to be choosing these things, not lobby groups. And someone said the other day, this is what they said. They said that we have like 1,800 lobby groups in the United States of America. And I was just thinking, we only have, I think it's 435 politicians. I think that's what they said, something like that. 435, I think, is the number. And that ties in with someone else too, but I digress from that. And so, and I was just thinking, why is it that lobby groups get to decide who's president for us? You know, because any entity that's raising money then, or earning money and revenue, can become a lobby group then towards the politicians, and basically hold them hostage to something or the way they are. And it's like, you know, as messed up as what I've seen everybody is, nobody is perfect, and you can find some dirt on anyone right now. So it's like, I mean, I tend to think enough with the nonsense, you know, with what is going on. I mean, because it just always seems like there's someone, it's like they're out there to want to get you in that gotcha moment of something or another. And what does that solve? It solves nothing. And look what we end up with is nothing getting done. I like how this looks. I like how this one looks, though, a lot. It actually lays flatter almost than this one does. It feels a little bit more solid, too, which is kind of interesting. And so, I'm trying to think what I did. I might have worked, I don't know, I could have worked, trying to think what I did. But this one feels a little bit more solid down here at the base. The whole thing feels a little bit more solid than this one, but, you know, they're both pretty much the same size. It's sort of an optical illusion. Yeah, they are. They're both pretty much the same size there. So anyway, I think that's about it.